Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the mid-monthly reading for the month of November 2018. For the mid-monthly, I do 2 3-card spreads. Okay, so one is focusing on the area of career and finance. For that, I use the Gilded Tarot deck by Sarah Marchetti, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen. The other spread is focusing on love, relationships, and I use the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Lo Scarabeo, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen. If I need to clarify anything, I have my Zillich Tarot deck to clarify. But, do remember, like I usually say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. I also encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising sign, right? Some months, the messages in one video might not resonate as well. Maybe they will, in the other, or by listening to all 3 of them together, you get a more complete overview of what's coming up for you at this midpoint in the month. All right, I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for the reading. Hi Taurus, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a little bit of time. So let's jump into it. So I'll begin with your career and finance. I did pull a couple of clarifiers, which I will get to. So sitting in the past position, you have the 5 of Wands, followed by Major Arcana number 3, the Empress. The outbound energy for the month, the Queen of Swords. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month, you have Major Arcana number 17, the Star. And from the Life Purpose deck, you have career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. Which is interesting because that's definitely the messages that were coming through. As soon as I laid the spread, I did pull the clarifier here on the 5 of Wands, even though it sits in the past position. I don't usually pull clarifiers on the past position, but I was led to pull them on both of the past position cards here. And you have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Discs, not Ace of Wands. I'm looking at the 5 of Wands. But you have the Ace of Discs as the clarifier. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, I was picking up as soon as I put down the 5 of Wands, followed by, the Empress, the Star. The messages immediately started coming through about change, a change in career, new opportunity. You possibly, with this 5 of Wands, you're interviewing, right? You are trying out for a new job, possibly in a completely different field than what you have been working in, right? The 5 of Wands, or the suit of Wands to begin with, it speaks of, or the suit itself deals with the day-to-day matters in life. So the work that we do, it has to do with our drive and ambition for doing, the work that we do every day. And it's also creativity, right? Creative endeavors, creative projects, and then our own creativity and passion for the things that we do. And with the fives in the tarot, they're cards of, of sort of struggle, of conflict. But usually, the 5 of Wands, it's more about like going up against other people, trying to gain kind of the upper, hand, somebody trying to come out on top to gain that alpha position, And a lot of times in a career reading, the 5 of Wands comes out when you are applying for a job. So there are lots of people submitting their resumes or their applications. And this is, you trying to do your best to stand out from the crowd, for for your abilities and skills and qualities to stand out from, the rest of the crowd. And it is related to a new opportunity, right? The Ace of Discs is, it can speak of a new job coming in. Aces are blessings. They are, new, what am I trying to say? There are yes cards. So if you have been waiting for news about this job, this could be a yes. This is the job coming in for you. Yes, you're getting the call back for, a second interview or for even a first interview. Yes, you're offered the job. So it's something to do with your resources, a job offer, new money coming in, and especially with it clarifying this Five of Wands, for many of you, there could be this, new opportunity coming in. And with the Empress sitting here, you have actually half of your cards are major arcana. So significant, very powerful energy here. Things very much out of your hands, very much in the hands of, the universe, with divine orchestration, divine timing at play for many of the things happening over the next couple of weeks. And the Empress she is like the ultimate kind of mother card in the tarot, right? But she is all about expansion, right? She's 3 of the major arcana. 3s in the tarot are they're expansive energies, right? It's very fertile energies. So especially in a career reading or a finance reading, this is it can be, giving birth to new projects, coming up with new ideas, new creative, new ways to make money. Or if this is you going off on a new, completely different career path, there's a lot of, energy surrounding you to really make this happen. So lots of, projects coming about, or you just, coming up with these brand new ideas and creative projects with the Empress. And it's very positive, right? It's a card of expansion, of growth. So it's a very good card to have surrounding, this new beginning here. And then as you head out of the month with this Queen of Swords, this could be a person, right, who's playing a significant role in your life or particularly towards the end of the month. If so, she would typically be more of an older air sign individual, so Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And, but it doesn't have to be, right? When we have court cards in a reading, they can be people who are playing a significant role in our life at this time. They can also be just energy surrounding us, or they can be, the energy that we are taking on. So you, even though, Taurus, you are an earth sign, this could be you taking on the energy of this Queen of Swords. And she is somebody who, she's very straightforward, very honest, very forthright. She has the sword of truth here. And the suit of air, or swords, is the suit of the mind, of the intellect, right? It's where we come up with our ideas. It's how we communicate those ideas with other people. The Queen of Swords, as far as communication goes, she's very direct. She's very good at getting her point across. Sometimes she can be, a little too direct. So, as a guidance with the Queen of Swords, there could be a need to not be too rigid, in the way that you think about something, or, if this is to do with a new job offer, to be a little more malleable, a little more open and willing to, to kind of see what they might have to offer, because she can come across as a little too, too cutting with her words here. But she's a very intelligent person. She's, she always uses her words to diffuse a situation. If there's a conflict, she's very good at, conflict resolution, of calming things down. And then you have this beautiful energy of the star as the overall energy, which is, it's wish upon a star. This is wish fulfillment. This is beautiful. And it's also a very healing energy, right? The star. And it's also a card that, that deals with, like keeping the faith, and let me hold this up. The star card is kind of think of her as like the sister to Temperance. And Temperance, she pours out, or she's sort of tipping from one cup to the other usually. The star card, she's actually pouring out both of her jugs here, right? but she does so with the, this firm belief, trusting that, she will not, like, things will not be lacking, right? She will be provided for. She will, the jugs will be full again for her. So it's, it's this deep faith that things will work out. So it's a very optimistic, it's a very positive card. And it's also a card of wish fulfillment, right? The Star card, think about just putting your wishes out into the universe, and then having, keeping the faith, having that belief that things will work out. So for many of you, this new opportunity, possibly this change in career, could be something that you have wished for quite a while now. You've hoped for this new beginning. And I was just going to say, going back to this Queen of Swords, if this is not you, that could be, especially with the Star card appearing here, which is linked with Aquarius, and then I did mention the Swords air energy. So there could be an Aquarius individual coming in, this new opportunity. It might be in some way connected to this Aquarius, and they might be helping you in some way, or just playing, a significant role. They might be involved in whatever this new opportunity is here. And then, the Empress, I think this is just, it's really more about these fertile new beginnings that we have with the Ace of Discs. And it looks very positive. Let's take a look at your life purpose card. I like to read the full meaning for the Oracle cards. So this one says, this card comes to you as validation of your feeling that it's time to change your career. As much as you have grown tired of your present vocational track, you have also wrestled with insecurities about making the change. You have worried about finances and other aspects involved with this decision. Fortunately, the angels want you to know that they are helping and supporting you. Instead of focusing on what might happen in a negative sense, allow yourself to daydream about positive possibilities. See yourself fully immersed in a meaningful career, making a wonderful income, and succeeding in all that you do. Imagine yourself waking up in the morning excited about the workday before you. These are all very real possibilities if you are willing to go along with your internal guidance. The angels will guide you intuitively one step at a time, so please don't get ahead of yourself and make sudden moves. Instead, stay fully immersed in the present and commit to doing your best. Your career change may be gradual, with you initially delving into another field on a part-time basis. It's the light at the end of the tunnel that helps you stay positive about your present moment. So yeah, beautiful. Definitely coming in. Just, again, keep positive and trust in, much like I was saying here with the Star card, trust that there is divine timing, there is divine orchestration at play, and, things are coming in here for you. Just remain optimistic, right? Keep the faith. Remain optimistic, and things are definitely, improving as far as your career goes over the next couple of weeks and into the month of December. So beautiful. All right, moving on to your relationship and romance reading. We have in the past position, Major Arcana number 11, Justice, followed by the Ace of Chalices. This will be the Ace of Cups. In the outbound position, so heading into the month of December, the Two of Cups. This is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card, right? And the overall energy, you have the Four of Wands, which is beautiful. And I did pull a clarifier on the Justice card. And the card that came out from the Zillich Tarot deck is Major Arcana number 6, the Lovers. So you have really, 1, 2, 3 kind of references here to soulmates, right? To this deep soul connection, twin flame, even new beginnings, deepening of a relationship, possibly even, marriage, moving in together. Yeah, there was another sign. I'm trying to think. I want to say Sagittarius. Sagittarius also got the believe, the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands in their reading. So interesting having, these same cards appear now in your reading, but, beginning here with the Justice card, major arcana, so significant energy. And usually, the Justice card can speak of, legal proceedings. It can be getting married. It can also be getting divorced, right? Looking at it from both sides here. And it's interesting that it sits in the past position, because I feel like, I almost need to reverse the cards here and have it tell a story, like the Ace of Cups, of this meeting, this beautiful new offering of love coming in, this new beginning, followed by the coming together of the two people, then the marriage, right? Really, and then kind of echoed here with the Four of Wands cards. So that's why I did pull the clarifier on it, because I kind of felt like I should flip the cards around. And maybe I should have, because the Lovers card came out on the Justice card. So I feel that for many of you, this isn't, a divorce, that you're going through this divorce. I mean, it could be for some people, this could have been a previous relationship, right? There could have been a divorce. And now, you are now in this new phase, this new relationship. And there's a great possibility here for a beautiful, soulmate type of connection coming in here. So that is a possibility. For others, this could, it could play out like I was sort of picking up, which is more new opportunities with regards to love, relationships, right? Beautiful new beginnings. If this isn't a new beginning, it could be a healing, right? A mending of a relationship. Followed by, the minor arcana version of the Lovers card, which is the soulmate, right? It's the seeing, that is that strong soul connection with another individual. We have cups here. We have cups in the center as well. And the Suit of Cups, it deals with our emotions, our feelings. It's, how our emotions affect our behaviors, affect our relationships, really push us through life. And, new beginnings. Aces in the Tarot, they are brand new beginnings. It's the universe extending this blessing, saying, here's this wonderful new beginning for you. Sometimes it can be like a pregnancy as well, like news of a pregnancy. But it's, it's the beginning of a beautiful new relationship, followed by, the coming together here of the two people, right? So it's the one chalice, this one beautiful chalice, meeting its match, finding, the soul connection here to the other individual. And it's a very harmonious energy, right? The Two of Chalices, it's seeing yourself in another person. It's finding that, or having that deep soul connection with them. And then with the Four of Wands is the overall energy. The Four of Wands is oftentimes referred to as the twin flame card, because in the traditional tarot, we usually see like two wands on one side, two on the other, so it looks like 11-11, so the twin flame card. So it can be, it's a card of great happiness, of rejoicing. In this particular deck, it's called the Tree House, so there could be something to do with working on the house, projects around the house. There could be a focus on the home, on improving the home, possibly moving in together, right? Buying a home together, moving to a different home. For others, there could be, just a focus on the family. There could be a wedding. This is also the Four of Wands. It can speak of a wedding. So there could be, for some of you, and with the Justice card, I began with this one, but Justice card can also be, justice of the peace. So going to the court, getting married, right, in the court. Can also be, here we are focusing on relationships. I mean, it can be, dealing with a lawyer, dealing with the court systems, legal proceedings, those things going your way. It can be that as well. But, with so many other cards here, speaking of this soulmate connection and, and marriage and twin flames, I mean, it could, for some of you, there could be an engagement or a wedding. And going back here to the Justice card, Justice is also, it can be about karmic justice. So, things, again, if this has to do with a previous relationship, like I was mentioning, for some of you, this could be, finally the divorce coming through. And this doesn't have to be like it's in the past position, but this past could be, for some of you, it could be last week. For others, it could be last month. For others, it could be last year. This is a past, in the past, there could have been this divorce, right? And then karmic justice is being served. So if you were treated unfairly, maybe if you went through a very difficult divorce and you felt like, I'm never going to get into a relationship, or I'm never going to have that connection with another individual, it's clarified by the Lover's card, right? And then you have beautiful new beginnings. So there could be karmic justice at play here, right? With things, it's like they're going your way now. And if the other person did, mistreat you, maybe there's, kind of karmic justice being served here. There's also a balance, right? The Justice card is also a card that speaks of balance, of cause and effect, of understanding how, our actions have consequences. And the Lover's card is also a card of choice. In the earlier tarot decks, the Lovers, oftentimes it would show, a man standing before two women, or a woman standing before two men, and kind of suggesting that, there was a choice to be made between the two, but then this choice would ultimately affect everybody involved. So and that's interesting that it clarified that. So there could have been, for some of you, this difficult divorce, for the, those of you who resonate with this divorce in the past. There could have been a three-person sort of situation where, the divorce was because of that. But now it's like that is in the past. And look at all this beautiful energy coming in here. And again, if this doesn't happen over the next couple of weeks, the energies are around you, so things could be starting over the next couple of weeks. These energies, time is fluid. Whenever you hear this message, it's when you're meant to hear it. And so, these things could be playing out into the month of November, but it's very beautiful. They're beautiful energies to have, especially in a relationship reading, right? And going back, what else did I want to say about? There was something else that I felt that I wanted to say about one of the cards, and now it's escaped me. It might come back. Sometimes that happens when I'm going through the cards. If it comes back to me, I'll come back to it. But let me go ahead and take a look at this religious factors card, because that's what, I don't know, I can't remember if I showed it to you, did I? The religious factors, this is what came out from the Romance Angels deck, and it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And the message for this card says, this card reveals that religion and spirituality are subtle but important factors in your love life. Perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek your new partner at the church, temple, or a meeting place associated with your faith. If you are currently with a partner who isn't spiritually minded, or whose beliefs differ markedly from your own, you may feel dissatisfied. You may also be influenced by family traditions that expect you to marry within your own culture or religion. The Romance Angels are helping you address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during the process. Decide which factors you will and won't accept in your relationship and what your priorities are for your partner. For instance, it's possible that your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important, for example, forgiveness, charity, kindness, and the like, without having the same religious affiliation you do. The angels remind you that your partner, like everyone, is a holy child of God. Everyone is spiritual in truth because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both of you and your relationship. So that's this card doesn't come out that often, and when it does, I always think that it's interesting, right? The message that goes along with it. So for some of you, there could be, there could be this religious, factors or something to do with religion or the way that you were brought up, that might have either affected a previous relationship, and that kind of impacted you, and now, getting into new relationships, it might be something that you do have on your mind here. But again, going back to the main spread, I mean, we do have, I was trying to see as far as, I think that's what I was looking at, as far as signs go, to see if you are in a relationship or not, or, possible signs for you. And we have, the Justice card could be dealing with a Libra. We have 2 water cards. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have 1 Wands, could be fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And then we also have the Lovers, could be, let me think, Gemini for the Lovers. So Gemini, Libra, water signs, fire signs, and you yourself are an earth sign. So I don't see, you in a relationship here with an earth sign. But again, I mean, it does look very positive. And I do feel like this is it's like a break. It's like something completely new. So if this, if you are currently single, this could be a brand new beginning. If you are partnered, then there could have been some type of, something that you've been working through. Maybe you have been getting counseling here, but there's a healing, right? The Ace of Chalices, it's also very healing energy. So, and then again, coming back together, and that could even, after healing, there could be even, even greater happiness and even greater kind of balance and satisfaction within the relationship. So it looks very good. I hope that the messages resonated. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.